I can't.
All right, what's going on, everyone? So, breaking news out of Barcelona: Lionel Messi no more.
He's gone.
Yeah. So normally we have these crazy intros and we introduce everyone. I'm Alex. I'm joined by Miles.
Hey.
We just had to kind of just jump on here and say, what the heck just happened? It went from Lionel Messi's expecting to sign a contract. It's going to take him until forever. He's going to go to the MLS and go back to Barcelona as an ambassador or whatever. And then Fabrizio drops the news and Barcelona drops the news. Messi's not staying in Barcelona. And when the official Barcelona Twitter account puts it out, well,
yeah, it was
he's done.
weird. It was weird how quickly they tweeted it out after Fabrizio said Messi's gone. Because, usually we tweet something and then a couple hours later we get, an official club statement. But they just dropped it like right after, like it was a coordinated event. And I found that to be so I feel like they must have known for a little bit because, that stuff takes time to produce. So
yeah, like the Fabrizio news dropped, and then right away I'm like, okay, that's crazy. What's happening? And then Barcelona just tweeted it out right after, like, yep, Messi's done. So
yeah, that's right. Like everyone seems to be caught off guard, and I think for justifiable reasons. It's very so, especially after Aguero came, because I feel like they are such close friends with each other. I mean, they've been together, like playing together for Argentina since they've been, in their early 20s, if not before. And now Messi's gone, and I guess Aguero's the main man up front. He'll. I saw someone tweet, "Oh, instead of playing with Messi, he's just gonna have to listen to Memphis's mixtapes now."
I don't know what's going on in La Liga right now, but ESPN just got that La Liga deal, and there's no Ronaldo, there's no Messi. Atletico won the league.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Atletico are gonna, but I mean, and I think they're gonna win the league again because I mean, they only got they only got stronger too. They signed Rodrigo de Paul. It looks like Griezmann might go. I mean, because there's that potential swap deal for like Saul and cash for Griezmann. I don't know. That thing seems to be up in the air. But to bring it back to Barcelona, I mean, it's official now. Like obviously there was so much speculation with Messi going
for years.
He did that long interview, and now it's like, wow, we're not going to see him in red and blue anymore. And that is just absolutely stunning. I mean, I can't even think of the only thing I can kind of compare to that is like Brady at the Patriots, maybe. I don't know any other sporting.
The thing with Messi is, so we remember when Ronaldo left Real, and we were like, whoa, wow. Like, we didn't expect it, but like it was a lot easier to kind of
digest,
take in because he spent years at different clubs too. He was in Liga NOS, then he went to the Prem, and then he went to La Liga, and then he went to Serie A, and I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves eventually again. But Messi, it was Argentina, Barcelona,
and that's it. Yeah, I mean, he's never played a senior game for any other club besides Barcelona, and moving forward, I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about Barcelona first or Messi, because
I think we should just stick on the Messi topic. Because we know what's been going on with Barcelona. It hasn't been the best the last couple seasons, and there's just so much going on with that club internally and externally. But let's focus on Messi. Where does he go?
There's only a few clubs in the world that can afford his wages. So I mean, you're looking at Man City, you're looking at PSG. I mean, Bayern could maybe afford him, but they're not.
Bayern can afford him, but Bayern
they're not going to pay him. Yeah,
give him those salary demands.
Yeah. So I mean, you're looking at Man City, you're looking at PSG, you're looking at. I mean, Man United just signed Sancho, so they're out of it. I would honestly say if they hadn't just signed Sancho, maybe they would actually go for that.
Because I mean, City just signed Grealish to what? It was $100 million transfer fee.
Yeah, and it was £100 million, so even more in USD. Yeah, and and PSG, I just don't. I mean, Neymar left Barcelona to escape Messi's shadow. Would he really want him back there
I
being
don't
the
know.
main
They were
man.
chilling out yesterday. That picture came out where it was a bunch of PSG players, including Neymar, Di Maria. I think Verratti was in it. You know, I Neymar hasn't won a lot since leaving Barcelona. You know, maybe
Uh,
he wouldn't, because like he's not. It's not like he's a young emerging star. Like Neymar is
yeah, he's what, 26,
solidified as what he
27?
is. I think he's 28 now.
Wow, really that old? Wow, that time goes by fast. um, but yeah,
Neymar's
I just
29 years old and he's turning 30 in February.
jeez, are you? Wow, I would. That's not believable. That's just crazy. But that is I. If you went to PSG though, I mean, financial fair play would have to be because they obviously this summer they've signed Donnarumma, they've signed Ramos, they signed Wijnaldum, they signed Hakimi. Like they've brought in so
Someone's gonna have
many
to go out
new.
because they can't just keep signing players like this on freeze.
Yeah, and I mean the same thing is with City. Like they already like obviously they're about to bring in Grealish, but like they already have Fernan Torres, they have Mahrez, they have Raheem Sterling, they have Bernardo Silva. I feel like you would honestly probably have to sell one of Raheem Sterling or Riyad Mahrez. And I mean, I know Man City want Harry Kane, and obviously like he wasn't going to practice for Spurs, and I could see maybe a potential you get like you offload Raheem Sterling to Tottenham for Harry. I don't because I mean in that, but is Harry Kane even more valuable than Raheem Sterling at this point? I mean, Raheem had a great Euros.
There's a lot of different things that, so like you said, only a few clubs in the world can afford Messi. And then even lesser than that, the clubs that could afford him might not want to give him the wage demands because, like, we see Dortmund's always selling players. But first of all, Messi wouldn't go to Dortmund. Second of all, they wouldn't pay him that much. Bayern wouldn't give him the contract demands. At least I don't think, especially with Brazo at the helm. And that board wouldn't let them pay someone 600,000 euros a week when their highest paid player is about 300 something at most.
Yeah, well, I mean, wherever Messi goes, he's definitely taking a pay cut because I mean,
He
yeah,
has to.
he was making 600K a week at Barcelona. That's absolutely a ludicrous number. But I mean, the interesting thing which I brought up to you before we hopped on this live stream is the MLS transfer window closes tonight, and I just think it's really interesting that this news came out of nowhere on the same day that the transfer window shuts. Now, do I think he's going to Inter Miami? I don't know.
I don't think so
But
now.
because yeah, especially because they already have 3 DPs. They have Pizarro,
They're
Higuain,
also terrible right now.
and they're awful, extremely awful.
Quickly, I'll jump in. I think the plan was let Messi play somewhere else for 2 seasons. Inter Miami's going to construct that wonderland they want to do over there in South Florida, where it looks like a kind of like an amusement park of football pitches. Then you can bring in Messi. You're going to have people coming to the stadium just because it's Messi, and hopefully the team's a little bit better by then.
Yeah, but I just don't know if it would happen so fast because honestly, the biggest problem is Inter Miami have 3 designated players right now, so they would have to get rid of one of them before the window ends.
And it's not like you can pull a David Beckham
And,
where you can sign him and then send him out on loan for a season because the transfer window is expiring
because
tonight, right? I think we lost Miles there for a second.
oh,
Yeah. So yeah, like Miles said, the transfer window is closing tonight at midnight for the MLS. Let's see. Still a little. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if Miles is I think his Wi-Fi is cutting out a little bit. But while he tries to get back into the stream, yeah, it's crazy where this news just came from out of nowhere. What, like 1:30, 2 p.m. it came out like 1:30 Eastern time on a Thursday. Out of nowhere. Yeah. Lionel Messi's not returning to Barcelona. And then yesterday we saw the picture with him and a bunch of the PSG guys, and I kind of saw it like, hey, what if? But it's not going to happen. Well, all of a sudden, Barcelona announces that Lionel Messi is not returning to the club. So, yeah, I don't really know what to say. It kind of came out of shock. That's why we came onto this live stream, just because someone like Messi, one of the greatest footballers of all time, who's played all of his senior football at Barcelona. I never thought I would see him leave Barcelona. He's gone. He's leaving Barcelona, and where that what club he goes to following, it's still up in the air right now. The news just dropped less than an hour ago.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. Yeah, so as I was saying, in the previous transfer window, Inter Miami had 4 designated players, and they needed to loan one of them to their USL side. And then now he's gone. He like got then so I think Man City or PSG or
Miles, you're still in and out a little bit, but I think we know what you're trying to say. You can't really loan Messi. You're not going to loan Messi out anyways, and you can't pull a David Beckham where you sign him and then loan him back out to a big club for a season, because there's just not enough time for you to do that with the MLS transfer window closing tonight. Also, he's going to take a pay cut, but still, with financial fair play involved, what are you going to do? PSG's been signing players every year, and they signed a lot of players this season. Manchester City is bringing in players always. People are going to have to get sold if you want Lionel Messi on your team, and only a couple clubs in the world are probably going to be able to even afford that. Little fun thing, maybe. Never know. Imagine if Messi and Ronaldo played on the same team. It's not going to happen. It won't happen, but that'd be kind of cool. Just seeing Messi and Ronaldo on the same team.
Am I back now?
Yeah, now you're back.
Okay.
No, but I was just saying, there's not enough time to pull a David Beckham like LA did, where you loan him back out to like a Milan or something. There's not enough time.
Yeah, and so I mean, I don't know if you heard what I said, but I read something about him maybe going to Chelsea, and
Chelsea's also putting in a bid for Lukaku, reported.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If they go for Messi, I mean, I would assume that means they would have to give up on Lukaku, which I mean, I could honestly, a front line that like Messi and Werner, I feel like would be very good together. But I don't know what will end up happening, and I think it will be really interesting to see, because we're in unexpected territory right now. This is not, people haven't really thought about it a lot, and I think Messi is at a point where he wants to win again. I don't know if that sounds crazy.
Well, he hasn't won a Champions League in forever.
Yeah, exactly. As you previously mentioned, Barcelona have not been playing well relatively recently, and I think he wants to before he goes to potentially MLS, I think he wants to end his European career on a high note, which obviously
clearly Messi has nothing to prove. He just came off of winning his first international trophy. He had the Olympic gold medal. We know that. But yeah, Ballon d'Ors, Champions Leagues, trebles, everything. He's one of the greatest, most accomplished footballers of all time, possibly the GOAT, debatable.
Possibly, but, Alex, come on.
Everyone in a sport like football where you have so many players, so many different clubs, it's a lot harder, and there's different generations, a lot harder for you to dictate a specific player like that's the GOAT. Whereas hockey, it's easy. It's Wayne Gretzky. In basketball, there's really only 2 guys that you can debate.
And in football, it's Granit Xhaka, So
that's another thing that's crazy. What did Arsenal do to convince that man to stay in London?
Bro, I mean, Xhaka, I don't know why people dislike him. I've always like.
Well, the only reason I wanted him out of the Prem is so Arsenal fans can see him flourish somewhere else. Because when he performs at the Euros, they're like, "Oh, but he can't do it for the club." He's still one of your better players. Like,
Yeah,
your club's just a problem.
Xhaka's all like if he was at a better club, like I feel like he wouldn't have the reputation he necessarily does.
Yeah, and then Shaqiri looks like he's staying at Liverpool. I don't know what the hell is going on there.
Yeah. Wait, really?
And then he's playing in the trees. I don't know what's going on there, but I saw the training clips today. He was putting them upper 90 from like the top of the box with his right foot again. I'm like, why is this guy doing this? But yeah, back to the Messi thing. Yeah, that's crazy.
It'll be interesting. I mean, because also, I mean, in the Premier League, it just looks like there's an arms race essentially of teams stockpiling talent. And if Messi goes to either like Chelsea or Manchester City, I think if he goes to one of those sides, that's who's going to win the league, like without a doubt.
Well, you would think it's possible. It would definitely possible. Chelsea won the Champions League. City won another Prem. Obviously, I don't think Liverpool is going to be in the discussions for Lionel Messi. Definitely not. They don't have any funds. But
swap like Salah for Messi. No, actually, no. Alex, swaps Shaqiri for Messi just straight up.
Shaqiri has to go win another Champions League, this time in Spain.
Yeah. Messi and a third-round draft pick for Shaqiri.
Give him cash considerations.
Yeah, but and obviously Messi just fits any side tactically speaking, so that won't be a question. It will just, I think ultimately it will be about like which team can afford him, because a lot of these teams are trying to make big moves this summer, and you have to consider the financial implications, because you don't want to get into a situation where you sign Messi and then you have like a great season or two, but then he's done, and then you're in this financial ruin, which just like, because if you're plateaued and then you don't continue that success, that can really ruin a club. I mean, we've seen it countless times.
Which is why it has to be a club with a lot of money and a lot of resources.
Yeah.
Because you're going to recuperate your money from Messi. If you win titles, shirt sales, stuff like that, you recuperate a lot of it. It's after he leaves, who are you going to buy to replace him? So, like for Chelsea, you can get Lukaku, who's going to be there for years, or you go get Messi. Or Manchester City, you have to give up Sterling. Do you not go for Kane? It's very interesting what has to happen.
Yeah, I think my gut instinct tells me he'll go to City, just because the Pep connection.
And then Ronaldo goes to United.
Well, I don't know if Ronaldo will. I mean, because Ronaldo can't enter the U.S., so, and obviously the Premier League is growing so much in the U.S., and obviously United tour here all the time. So I don't.
Yeah, they just don't have to put him on the U.S. tour.
Yeah, well, let's. I think
not talk about that.
That conversation is best saved for another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know with Messi. I just can't see him with PSG. Just has a different feeling than Messi, because I mean, they seem to just be signing mercenaries like Sergio Ramos and Donnarumma and whatever. And because so Messi is technically considered a free agent now, right?
Yep.
So he can just go anywhere on a free, which
is good, because you don't have to put 80 million, 100 million euro transfer fee in for him.
Yeah, exactly. Which, I mean, Barcelona kind of looks stupid now. Like,
well, yeah, they could have got at least 60 off the bat for him last season.
Yeah.
And then they did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and it's not like they have sign-in trades in football.
Yeah.
Have there been any updates on Twitter about like any rumors?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Okay. Well, I think like, yeah, I don't know what else to add besides. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
we
think
can
you
talk.
can. I think we can just wrap it up. Honestly,
We
you
can
know,
talk about Barcelona.
we can do a quick tidbit on them. What's going on there?
I don't know. I mean, if they lose, which I mean, if
When
they
when they, when Messi leaves,
I think this season's gonna be rough. Like yes, I like their signings this summer. Like Memphis, I think is a good player. Sergio Aguero, a great player. Pedri looks to be getting even
yeah,
better and better and better. And they brought in Eric Garcia on a free from Man City. But if you don't
it's
have
not.
Messi, I don't know who's going to be leading the line for you.
It's just let's look 5 years ago at La Liga. Barcelona had Messi, Neymar. 5 6 years ago, Neymar, Suarez, the latter half of Xavi and Iniesta's time. Then Real Madrid had Ronaldo, Benzema, Bale. The back line had Ramos, Marcelo. It was different than what it is now, and at least Real Madrid still has. They still played fairly well last year. Benzema really turned it up. Barcelona, on the other hand, they gave up on Suarez, and then he goes to Atletico and absolutely goes on a tear.
Yeah, and wins the league title. That's the thing that concerns me about Barcelona. They're not
Like,
just.
would you agree Real's in a better place?
I don't think either of them are.
They're not in a great place, but at least on the field, it
I
looks a
would.
little bit more secure with Real
Yeah,
Madrid.
I would say it feels more secure, and there's probably just from an outside perspective, it feels more like they know what's going on.
Like, we
With
still know
Real.
they don't have any money.
Yeah, exactly. But like I think Ancelotti obviously he had a great first spell at Real Madrid. I mean, they brought in David Alaba, who I think is like a really good signing.
With a lot of money on that contract,
Eder
500,000 a
Militao,
week.
yeah. So Eder Militao. I mean, we're gonna be seeing a new Real Madrid this season. No Sergio Ramos, no Rafa Varane, but I think Real Madrid at least has their like when players leave Real Madrid now, they're past. They're not at that level anymore. But
Yeah.
Barcelona is letting players leave who are still at the top level, and that is the sign of a club that you should be concerned about.
And then they spend a lot of money and then don't play the players in the right spot, or the players just can't perform there.
Yeah, or they don't pin
Because
out.
you get rid of Neymar, you bring in Dembele, you bring in Griezmann. Griezmann, it's not terrible, but Dembele just hasn't really done anything there, and he's been injured a lot. He's been in the therapy room more than on the pitch.
Exactly, and I mean, I don't think him and Griezmann will be allowed to enter if they go on an Asian tour anytime soon.
There's just a lot of problems in world football.
Yeah,
Lots of problems. And
yeah,
lots of money.
yeah.
Lots and lots of money.
Money makes the world go around. But I'm concerned about Barcelona because think about it. A couple of years ago, front line of Messi, Suarez, Neymar, and now it's going to be Aguero, Memphis, and Dembele, maybe Griezmann if he ends up staying. I'm concerned about Barcelona, to be honest.
I am too, and I think that's the perfect place to wrap this up. Just a quick 25-minute little thing. Lionel Messi, he's leaving Camp Nou.
That he is.
We'll see you guys when he signs, wherever it is. Probably not Inter Miami. We'll know in a couple hours if that's the case. But yeah. Thanks, Miles, for joining, and thank you everyone for listening.